Grant, another great question. How many hybrids and or wood should I carry in the bag, and which iron should I get rid of?
Look, that's a great question, and it is totally dependent on the player. You know, there are a number of factors that do determine what sort of clubs you should have. But let's just go through my bag, and then we'll have a look at yours, and then we'll talk about maybe what other people might need to do. So for me, I carry a 9.5 degree lofted driver. I then go to a 15 degree 3-wood, and then up to a 19 degree hybrid, okay, so which is a 3 hybrid. And then I don't carry a 3 iron, but I carry a 4 iron through. So for me, you know, being a relatively high speed player, you know, that sort of seems to work well for me to maximise that end of the bag. So tell me, what have you got?
Okay, so obviously I've got the driver.
So what sort of loft on the driver?
I think 9 degrees on there.
Yep.
I've got a 4 hybrid.
Yep.
A 3 hybrid and a 3 wood.
Yep.
And basically for me, the 3 hybrid is sort of like, I guess it's like the 2 iron.
Yep.
And the 4 hybrid is sort of like the 3 iron, because I don't have those, and then I start with a 4 iron up.
Yeah, exactly. And you've got a 4 iron and a 4 hybrid, which some people ask the question, is that worth doing? You know, what you'll find is with the 4 hybrid, you know, even though the loft's the same with the golf club, it will launch a little bit higher, again, carry a bit further, so there will be generally more distance in the 4 hybrid as against the 4 iron. One of the things I see, you know, especially with, you know, let's say lower speed players, maybe elderly people, some ladies, you know, is that we could even go up to 5 and 6 hybrids, okay, and maybe not even worry about a 3 or a 4 hybrid.
Grant, what about the ladies and say someone who's a bit older, what would they have in the bag?
Yeah, look, you know, with a lower speed swinger of the golf club, you know, I think it's important to probably have more lofted rescue. So now, you know, you can get up to 5, 6 rescue. We've seen it with a lot of even our state junior teams, that once they get to a certain loft, you know, so with some of the girls, it's maybe even a 7 or a 6 iron, that's when they need to start to go into their hybrids or their rescues. With the boys, maybe a 4 or a 5 iron, where the ball's actually not carrying any further. So we'll have times where their 4 and their 5 and even their 3 carry the same distance. They might run different distances, but the carry through the air is the same. So that's when we would then look at, you know, employing some more rescues in that lower end of the golf bag.
And I noticed a few, like the 7 hybrids, that sort of thing. Are they to compensate for a 5 iron, or how does that work?
You know, usually for me as a general rule, I'll add 1, you know, so if it's a 6 hybrid, it's usually a 5 iron distance, you know, and something like that, because, you know, again, you know, with the more loft, with the weight lower back in the golf club, it allows the ball to launch higher, get more carry and more distance. And generally you'll find, you know, your 6 hybrid will go further than your 6 iron.
So in summary, it's important that the golfer looks at their own game and then works out where they're maybe losing a bit of distance, and then possibly
absolutely. You know, and I see a lot of bags that have too many clubs in this area. You know, I think it's important to have the hybrids in there, but make sure they're actually doing something for you and there is a difference in distance for you, and so it adds value to your bag.